Hey, it's Fab. Yes, I am back out of the woodworks, and yeah, I'm back. Um, I really hello. Okay, I really don't have a good excuse for not filming. Um, so all I can say is sorry if you've missed me or anything. Doubt anyone has on this channel because it's a channel of 19 subscribers. So, yeah, I still get a lot of views on some of my videos, but that was like way back when I used to film all the time. But, yeah, so today I thought I was going to do a little get ready with me, and then just, I don't know. I'm filming on my phone this time, so maybe it's going to be better than my laptop. I don't know. So this is me. And just, talk about what's been going on lately. Okay, so, we're gonna start with brushing my hair. I really don't know what to say. Like, I feel like I should apologize for not filming, and I do feel bad, like, for, like, people who wanted me to film, but it's just, like, I am someone who is not creative. I don't like doing the same thing over and over again too many times, and yes, I know this is a get ready with me, okay? But, I don't like doing something over and over and over again, because then it gets really boring, and I don't like watching stuff that people do over and over again, which is kind of why I like, vlogs kinda from people, but I don't like them, and I do like them. Like, I'm trying to word my words so it's just like it's not like really bad sounding, but God, I need to cut my bangs. Would you look at these bangs? I need to get a haircut too. So, oh, that's anxiety right there. For people who don't know, I've gone through a lot with my hair, like so much. When I was little, like I used to have really long, beautiful hair, like I loved it, never took care of it, so we had to cut it off. Not all of it, but like we had to. Shortest hair I've ever had was maybe here, and it would be like here in the front, and then like here in the back. It was short, and it was ugh. So ever since I could take care of my own hair, I've always wanted long hair. Well, this summer, it was like the hottest summer I've ever experienced. I couldn't stand it. My hair was really like bleach burnt, and so I couldn't stand my hair anymore. So I had them cut it short. She could have said before she cut my hair really short, you could use this. Do I have it over there? No, I need to find it. Don't know where it is. But it's like this conditioning treatment. And she could have said that before I cut off like half my hair. But no, so I guess it was really good when I went to Minnesota and Disneyland for the first time. But yeah. This is Dove Hair Therapy Dry Shampoo because I've been, like, swimming a lot, and for some reason, oh dear Lord, for some unknown reason, my hair's gotten oilier, but I know that that's because, like, on top, this is, like, now my natural hair, and my natural hair is trying to come back and fight off the blonde. So, my hair oils like that. If I wash it in the morning, by nighttime, like, I'll be, like, my hair will be dripping oil. So it doesn't matter if I wash my hair every hour, it'll still be, like, dripping oil. So not fun. So, dry shampoo really helps with that. Also, having really thick hair, it's just, like, more oil. So, Let's see. What am I gonna do now? Let's see. Why not? I haven't been to this place that we're going for lunch in a very long time. Might as well just throw on a little bit. Like, how do I word this without getting in trouble? Let's see. Because anyway, I say this, I'll probably get in trouble with someone. I'll get in trouble with my friends, parents, maybe, I don't know. Probably not. But, people that used to know, I'm not sounding too great right now with my, I'm just gonna be succinct, stop beating around the bushes, that's like my goal, so I'm gonna be succinct. Okay, so, story is, by the way, this is just regular pink blush. So, a lot of things happened over the summer, and, I was really emotional, for like maybe a day, before I found some new hatred, and then I've had a whole bunch of drama and just, drama. And, like, this isn't, like, the type of, like, good drama either, like, this is the drama that, like, you don't want in your life, and you're, like, like, no, like, throw that away, like, ugh, so now I'm just taking a nice, like, dark bronze and just putting it underneath the blush, but yeah, so that happened, and I was just like, no, I just can't, which some of that drama ended up carrying into my sophomore year, sadly, but, yeah, and I'm just gonna blend this out, can't really talk while working on this, because it doesn't sound good, and this probably doesn't look too attractive, so, but we're not here about being attractive, no, want attractive, go find someone else, but yeah, what was that about? By the way, if I'm not looking at the camera, I'm looking above the camera, because there's a mirror right in front of me, and it's just like, I can do it. I also do better while I'm looking at myself and talking to myself, so you know that. Ugh. Anyway, so my story. I believe I was, yeah, drama. So a lot of things went down, and then I was just like, oh, okay. I went on vacation, got rid of all of that stuff, came back totally renewed, refreshed, revitalized, like I was ready. Then, I had to do something stupid, and I had to create drama. Oh my god, there's no drama. I have to create some. Emma, can you just stop doing that, and like, just stop putting like a whole bunch of like, on yourself? Just no. So, that happened. And then I went on vacation again. And I went to Disneyland for the very first time. So, that was like really fun. I have a whole bunch of stories from that, including the day we walked 12 miles. Oh my god, that was a terrible day. But yeah, so then school started, and I was like, okay, you know what, this is going to be a different year. I'm going to really, really break out of this. Like, I need to change, and, you know, I don't want to change for anyone else. I want to change for me, and I've been trying to change my attitude for the past 5 summers now. And so I'm just like, you know what, I'm gonna be stuck this way, probably. Like, I'm never gonna change, like, that part of me. but if I can't change it, I'm going to improve it. So, freshman year, a lot of things happened to me. I had this enemy, but we would talk once in a while, so frenemy kinda, just like that elementary school term. But brush. Is this the brush? Yes, this is the brush. Okay. Sorry. Back to the story. So I would. It wasn't like much of a big deal last year. You know, like some of the stuff that happened to me was really, really bad that he would like do, and I don't mean like assault or anything. I just mean like say, or sometimes accidentally go somewhere where he wasn't supposed to, and I would take care of that myself. Not the good way, but I never got caught, so I never got caught almost trying to start fights, so that's pretty good. And I never wanted to, really, so that's also very good, because then that made me not want to, because I'm like thinking, okay, record, that's gonna look bad, college, that's gonna look bad, you want to go out of state, that's going to look bad, so that happened, and I could not stand up for myself. Like, everyone was telling me, like, you know, you have to, like, talk to someone about this. Like, you need to make this, like, known. You need someone to know that this is going on, and if you don't do it, I'm gonna do it for you. And it was like, okay, I'll do it, but I never did, and I couldn't, because I was like, I don't know why, but I felt like I had immunity, because I was like, yeah, I don't care about you, like, you're not the one who I should be worrying about. So I just let it be and let him say whatever he wanted to and just let him get a rise out of me. Well, then sophomore year started, and I got these comments again, but this time it was different. It was now like, oh my god, when did you get something? And it's like, bounce, like, let me see that bounce, like, you got no. And I'm like, no, I don't think so. Little freshman me would have just taken it, but no, I'm avenging that little freshman me. She went through a lot, and she is not going to, she needs to be, what's that word? God, she needs to be, what is that word? Avenged. She needs to be avenged. So, the next day, I go up to him, and I'm like, you know, if this doesn't stop, like, I'm going to do something, and you're not gonna like it. So, the entire time as I'm saying this, like, you know, trying to make a point, he's, like, staring, like, right here, and, like, getting closer to me, and I'm like, first of all, I got nothing, and second of all, back off. Like, back off. I am done. And then, however, that is not what made me, like, originally say something the way I wanted to say it. But I was gonna say it anyway, like, I was gonna tell someone anyway. But, sorry, throat's really dry. So, what happened next is, I saw stuff that I didn't necessarily want to see, and I didn't think it was possible, not yet. And I saw that, I was just like, I'm not gonna let you get a rise on me. I'm not gonna let you know that I know. I'm not gonna let you know that I care. I'm not going to. After that happened, I bursted into tears in my class. Like, my teacher took me outside in the hallway. I was crying, and she said, you're going to give yourself 15 minutes. And after this 15 minutes, you're going to say, okay, you need to get the F up, and you are going to call your friends, you're gonna do something this weekend, you are gonna get over this. And I'm like, yeah, I am. I'm already over it. It's just like hatred. And so I was just like, okay. Okay, so it took 15 minutes, and while I was talking to her, I said that, I've been getting, like, these comments at me, and she's like, who is this? Like, I need to know, who is this? Because this is not acceptable. We need to keep our boys in check. Like, no, we are not going to let this happen, because most cases like this start from people in high school. And so I'm like, so I tell her the name of the student, and apparently that's not even his real name, and I'm like, I'm gonna find a way. So I have a mutual friend, and this mutual friend knows his last name, and so I'm like, oh, what's his last name? Like, I need to know, what is his last name? Then she tells me, and she's like, why? Oh, I'm gonna report him. So I felt like I did something good for little freshman me. And so what ended up happening was I then file, like, not file, but like, I don't know how to say this, because like it's not like a really like bad like thing, like, like how schools like want to know like when someone's saying stuff to you and stuff, like they say like file this and stuff, like, but it's not like a actual like legal thing, or like something that's like, yeah, you know what I mean. I hope you know what I mean. So when that got done, I had to fill out another thing after I was called to the office finally. And I basically, moral of the story is, I stood up for myself. I didn't care anymore. I didn't care what people would think. I just did it. And it's probably one of the best things I have ever done. Because and when I was talking to my teacher about it, like, I didn't think it was like assault or anything. I didn't think it was anything like that. Because, like, for me, like, I just thought like that was like, straight up like, you're being a jerk. But then she proceeded to tell me, actually, that is a form of sexual assault. Because it's more verbal. Even though, like, they're not saying, like, I want to do something to you. It's just like, yeah, I didn't know. So she made me, do all that, and I'm happy I did. And I could have just given up when they didn't find his real name. And I could have stopped and been like, oh well, too bad. But I wanted to actually keep going with it. So I felt really proud of myself for that, because what else am I supposed to do? Sit back and take it again? I don't think so. I don't think so at all. So that's what happened beginning of the year. And then I've been on swim team. I had my very first meet. I think I did pretty good. I know that I was not officially timed. Like, I know that I didn't have like a official time or anything. Because I didn't have I was in one of the lanes that you didn't have a timer. If that makes any sense. For someone who doesn't know anything about swimming or stuff like this is probably gonna make absolutely no sense to you. But I'm sorry, I don't know how to explain it. So, sorry, my throat, just, ugh. So what ended up happening at that is and this is probably one of the best days of my life, because I wasn't nervous before I did anything. I didn't, let me phrase that, I didn't think I was, but my dive, showed that I was. So, because I did not dive properly, I think if I would have had a better dive, I wouldn't have been the last one to get, to hit the wall. So, after that, I ended up getting after my meet, I ended up getting some, really, really great news. Because I hope I can say this on camera. Before I post this, I'll make sure I can say this. But I don't know if I've ever talked about this before, but I do have a brother, and he doesn't live with me. They live in a different state, and for good reason. And so I haven't seen him since I was maybe 4, I guess my age was at that point. Kind of wondering where my eyeliner went. Oh well. So I haven't seen him ever since then. And, I was so young, I barely remember any of it, but I do remember some parts of it. And I have, by the way, this is a finished look, just nothing special, just a little bit of brown and mascara, and yeah. Switch hands. So, I will get to see him for a day, and I got that news on the day of my meet, and it was one of the best pieces of news that I've ever received in my entire life. And all I want to do is just be what I am. I want to be an older sister, but I have no clue how to. So I'm gaining my knowledge on it. I'm good with talking now. I'm good at talking to my brother now, because it's not awkward anymore, if that makes sense. It wasn't awkward, but it was oh, I don't I've never met you, it's hard to explain. But yeah, I've been trying to figure it out over text and calls, but we're gonna see what happens, because trust me, if you're watching this, your sister's a loser. So whoop! See, almost tripped on something. Yeah. So this is getting really long, almost 30 minutes. I did not expect that, but that's a little update. And yeah, I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you all in my next video, hopefully. Mwah. Bye!